So you want to create a Discord bot. Lucky for you, there are hundreds of resources all over YouTube on how to create one. And you stumbled upon this. When creating a Discord bot, there are multiple ways you can do it. You could do another language such as Lua that have their own Discord wrapper. But the two most popular are JavaScript and Python. So I mainly focus on Python. And that's why I'll be teaching you how you can use the now depreciated Discord.py and create your very own Discord bot within minutes. But because Discord.py is now depreciated and will no longer be updated, I'll be showing you guys how you can do it on Nextcord, which is a fork of Discord.py, which is still up and running. You can also use PyCord as another popular one, and the code that we're going to do in today's video is going to be very similar to PyCord's. It's going to be basically the same. You're just going to have to change a couple of things up, so you don't have to worry about any of that. So I'm not going to waste your time any longer, and let's just get straight into the video. To begin with, we're first going to need a bot to code on. So you can navigate yourself to discord.com/developers/applications, and it should bring up this page. Now I have a bunch of bots already, and this is my main bot that I'm working on. As you can see, that's how it looks like. But if you're completely new to this, you're gonna go ahead and click new application up right in the top right corner. Now I'm gonna keep this in my personal team, and the name for this you can call anything. So I'm gonna call it Nextcord tutorial bot. After that's created, it should create an application. It's not going to create a bot yet, it's going to create an application. We're going to get to creating a bot in just a bit. So you want to do any description that you want. Right here, you should see the description will look like. It will be in the about me of the bot. So I could just keep this as my bot for the Nextcord tutorial series on YouTube, and then I can put in my YouTube channel. So something like this would be more than enough. I mean, if you have a bigger bot, I suggest you go a bit more in depth, but this is fine. This would work out. Now you can also see your application ID and your public key. Don't worry, nobody can use this to destroy your bot. Everybody, it's public. It just says it right here, and everybody has access to an application ID. So you want to click Save Changes. If you want, you can also upload a profile picture for your bot. I just got this from my camera really quickly. This, I highly suggest you actually, find a better one than this. Don't choose this one, but yeah. Now, you can go over to Bot in the left-hand sidebar and click Add Bot. Yes, do it. It's irreversible, and here you go. It already created it. So my discriminator is 1515, which is pretty rare, not gonna lie. My username, you can change this, and then your token will be here, and this will be used to actually authenticate the bot and actually log into it when you're coding on it. All of this is presence. If you want to enable this for now, you can. We may be using this in the future, so I suggest you do it. Although after you reach more than 100 servers, you will need to verify for this, and you're gonna have to email Discord or something like that. You could read more about it here. After that's done, you want to actually invite your bot to a guild. So you want to go to OAuth and go on URL generator. Now we just have a bot right now. If you're gonna create slash commands in this, you want to also take off applications.commands. But you could click whatever bot permissions you want. Now here, let this be a disclaimer. When you're fully publishing your bot, do not just click administrator and move on with your day. This is a terrible idea, because if, say, you have a bug that lets the bot do something it's not supposed to for the wrong person, it has access to everything and they can destroy servers. So only choose what your bot will need. I'm going to choose administrator for this because this is testing, and I'm going to be in a testing server where everything is enclosed and nobody can actually mess with it. Once again, if this is going to be public and you're going to be distributing this, do not click administrator. But after you select whatever permissions you want, just go ahead and click copy. After you click copy here, you can go into a new tab and we can just paste this in like so. And now it says Nextcord tutorial bot, all of this stuff, signed in, and here are a bunch of my servers. I'm just gonna add it to this server right here. Sometimes you may not have the sufficient permissions to do it, and that's why it's really good to not include administrator, because only then select few people could do it. But I added it to mine, which is fine because I'm owner and I have all the permissions still, even though I don't have an administrator. Don't ask about that. But anyways, it's added, so now let's hop into Discord and let's check it out in there. As you can see here, my project glow bot detected the Nextcord tutorial bot, and it already sent the welcome message. So it is in my server. Over here, you won't see it here because it's actually offline. And that's because we haven't actually coded it yet, so it's gonna stay offline. As you can see, it says offline there. And as you can see also, my Discord's reacting to it. Now before we get to the coding part, you have two ways to actually code your Discord bot. The first way is the more professional way that actual bot developers do it. If you plan on doing something good with your bot and going far with it, then I highly suggest you use Visual Studio Code and Python. You're going to have to install both of them, and you're going to have to set them up. For Visual Studio Code, just click this button, and then for Python, you want to click Downloads here and just click the latest one. Then make sure in the Python, read everything carefully and click Add to Path. If you do not click that, then it's not going to work. I'm sure that you can find a YouTube video on just YouTube, I guess, on how to add Python to Visual Studio Code. If you want, you can check that out. After you have that completed, then you should open up Visual Studio Code and it should look something like this. It won't look exactly like this because I have a theme on and I have a bunch of code here, but you should just open up a brand new file, click New File, and name it main.py. If you click Control S, and you can save it as a file. After you have that, then we can actually start coding our Discord bot. So what we want to start off by doing is importing a Nextcord. So we're just going to type in import Nextcord, and under it we're going to add from nextcord.exe import commands. Now please keep in mind this is going to be very basic, and we're just going to complete one command as a test command, and that's it. You can check out all my other videos if you want to actually create commands on it and go a lot further in depth. Now that we imported Nextcord, we're going to create a variable called client. This is going to be client equals commands.bot, and over here you can add many things. This you can manage many things of your bot. You could add intents here, you can add like a couple of attributes in here that your bot will apply by, but the main thing you're gonna have to add is command underscore prefix. So we're gonna do command underscore prefix like so, and that's gonna be a string of value. So I'm just gonna call this, I guess, Nextcord and then space. So whenever I'm typing in my command, I'll do something like Nextcord help, like so. And then lastly, what we want to do is we want to add a client.run, and inside of this we're going to be adding our token. Now this is the most important thing in your bot, so please pay attention. Inside the developer portal it says token here. Now there's a reason that this is hidden behind, I guess, this link kind of thing. It's because if somebody gets this token, they have access to your entire bot and they could do anything they want with it. So if your bot's in like 100 servers and somebody grabs the token to that, they have access to all 100 servers and they could destroy them. So it's a very dangerous thing. So I'm gonna click token here, and I like to regen all my tokens every week just to make sure nobody grabs it. And I'm gonna be regenning this one after the video. But basically, all you want to do is just copy this, or you can just click copy here, and back inside of our Visual Studio Code here, what you want to do is just paste it in here like so. And that's essentially the basis, the very small basis of a Discord bot. This will get the bot online, but do not run it yet. We're gonna code a bit more commands and events into it. So we want to do @client.event, and this is what you're gonna do every time you want to create an event. You're gonna add a decorator. This is called a decorator. You add the and then client dot and whatever you want. That's a This is a decorator that tells the library that this is an event. And then we can do async def, and Nextcord is asynchronous, so it's PyCord, so it's discord.py. Many of the Discord API wrappers for Python are asynchronous, meaning you're gonna have to use async and await. So async def on ready, and inside here we can just print a small statement saying is up and ready. Okay, so every time the bot is on, it'll let us know in the console that it is ready. After that's done, we can create a command. So it's similar. We're gonna have a decorator called client.command, and over here be sure to add the parentheses. In this one we didn't, but you're gonna have to in command. So in this one, async def, whatever you call the function name is what your command will be called. So if I add a hello command, right, what I'm gonna have to run in order to invoke this command, I'm gonna have to run hashtag Nextcord, just Nextcord hello, and then the command will run. So inside of here, you're gonna have to pass in ctx and then open it up. So every single command you're gonna have to start off by passing ctx. If it's just in here, if you cogs are a bit more advanced, if you know that, congratulations. Over in cogs you're gonna have to add self before that, but if you don't know what cogs are, then don't worry about it yet. So after you add ctx, you're gonna have to await ctx.send hi there, and that's your first command. Congratulations. After we can test this out just now, and all it'll say is hi there after you run hello. And in order to run it in Visual Studio Code, you can over here, you could click run Python file, and it'll enact this. After I ran the Python file, you can see in my bots that this is now online. And so now after we have that, we can actually run the command that we want. So we can do Nextcord and then add hello. And as you can see there, it responds with hi there. We can keep repeating this command. It'll say the same exact thing over and over again because its only command is there. If you put in Nextcord ping or something, it won't respond because ping isn't a command. Or if we spell it wrong, say we spell instead of X there's a Z, hello, that's not going to respond because that is not its prefix. And that was achieved with only 14 lines of code. Anyways, thanks for watching today's video. It's been a blast to make, and I really hope you enjoyed creating your next Discord bot. I highly suggest you check out my other videos because I can show you how to create other commands such as ban and a lot more advanced commands as well that you could progress to help your Discord server or whatever you're creating. But till next time, close to go. See ya!